If you're thinking of lanterns as this or this, let me take you to a world of visual wonder. Welcome to the world's largest lantern festival.
Largest?
请问这个地方有多大面积啊
550亩。
哇，去年有好多人来。
白一天就是几万人，6月15那天有10万人多，3月8号那天有10万人。
According to the official stats, last year, just in early March alone, over 1 million people visited, and the festival only runs for about 3 months a year. This isn't just a new thing though. Lantern making here dates back to Tang Dynasty almost 2,000 years ago. Since the 1960s, the festival has evolved from the original event into an annual cultural spectacle. Here's a wild part. 99% of people outside of China have never even heard of this place. Welcome to Zigong. Don't worry, I've got the travel guide ready for you. First things first, how do you get there?
It says here the whole ride is going to take us 2 hours and 19 minutes, so let's hit the road.
Zigong is in Sichuan province, nestled between Chengdu and Chongqing, about 200 kilometers from it. By car, it's a short 2.5-hour drive. If driving is not your vibe, you can hop on a train. The fastest train from Chengdu gets you to Zigong in just 50 minutes for around 96 RMB. Pretty sweet, right? We drove from my hometown, Chongqing, in our electric car. Yes, you heard me right. We have enough battery to be there, but
For those people who are wondering how do we get our electric cars refueled on those long distance road trips in China, let me show you. We're now on the expressway and we're gonna go to the battery station in like half an hour.
下单成功，前面还有邻人，为避免挂号，请尽快到达换电站。如遇问题，请拨打换电服务热线。
So this little chatbot is guiding me through the whole thing.
点击开始换电流程。
请手动停进换电起始区域，然后踩住刹车。很棒，可以点击开始拨入换电站啦。
From this moment on, a ghost driver has taken over my car. You can see the steering wheel turning by itself. The car is driving itself into the battery swap station that has no one working there.
停好了，交给你啦。
So this whole process is gonna take only 3 to 5 minutes. So as you can see, we've just parked in this battery station automatically with nothing by hand. And the next thing we're gonna do is just to push this button. So let's do it.
换电就要开始啦，会有一点点噪音和车身起伏，不过别紧张，有我在。
Whoa. Oh, yes. Oh my god, did you hear the sound? I think the whole vehicle is lifted up a little bit. And you can hear the scrolling.
If this is your first time experiencing the battery swap, it might feel a little unsettling.
My car system is back on life. See? Did you feel that? Did you feel that? The car is lifted up and put it back down. Okay, so you see, it just tells me, yeah, we're gonna continue our trip. Okay, it's done, and the whole thing lasts for like 3 minutes. Yes, literally 3 minutes, because there is no one lining up here. So now we can take over the vehicle and drive out of the station. Let's just do that slowly. Okay. You can always charge your car because there are a lot of charging posts just like 10 meters away from the charging station. Hey, we didn't even get out of our car, and the whole thing is done. After we got this fully charged battery, we're on our way again, and I forgot to mention this whole battery swapping service cost me nothing because it was included in the package when I bought the car 5 years ago.
Thanks to this battery swap service, we saved a lot of time and kept the ride smooth. Once you enter Zigong, you'll inevitably notice one thing: bunnies. Bunny headbands, bunny-shaped cotton candy, giant bunny art installations. They are everywhere. You're probably thinking local people must be very obsessed with bunnies. I mean, who doesn't? They're so adorable, right? You're only half right. Zigong is actually very famous for turning bunnies into delicious dishes. No bunnies can escape from this place alive. Beyond rabbit cuisine, Zigong is also a foodie's paradise, known for its bold and spicy flavors. Pro tips: if you're not into spicy food, good luck. As a Chongqing native, I pride myself on handling spicy and heat. But Zigong's spicy game is on a whole other level. Fiery yet layered, with multi-flavors that'll light up your endorphins and leave you craving more. On the wall of the restaurant just by our table, there was a single bold calligraphy art piece that summed it all up in one word: La. And now, let's go see some real magic. Here we are, the China Lantern World. At the park entrance, security checks are a must.
So we're at the entrance. Oh, we have to go through the security check. That's like the common practice for most of Chinese tourist attractions.
And FYI, drones are a no-go. Once inside, you'll see stunning art installations, but everyone seems to be waiting for the darkness. When the night takes over, the park transforms into a dazzling fantasy world. An otherworldly spectacle filled with mythical creatures and limitless imagination. Zigong artisans have taken the concept of lanterns and elevated it into a full-blown art form. These pieces don't just light up, they move, spray water, puff smoke, and even blow bubbles. From ancient Chinese folklore to cartoon characters, from intricate wildlife scenes to game-inspired designs, Zigong's lantern crafters turn dreams into reality. Some installations are so massive that even sprout the entire hillside.
Oh my god, this one is mind-blowing. The camera can't justify how magnificent that is. This whole installation was on the other side of the valley. Yes, it's on the other side of the valley. You can see a river just down there. And there are dinosaurs.
You might be curious about the cultural stories behind these works, like this one.
Did you see this huge chubby kid holding a fish? That's also based on a Chinese proverb. It's called 年年有余, because in Chinese, 余 means surplus. It's actually the homonym of surplus. So some people would have this picture on the front of the door. It simply means that they want to have the surplus of wealth.
And the white snake legend.
It's actually moving, see? So this is a very famous couple from the Chinese traditional folklore. The lady in the white dress, she's actually a snake lady, and she tries to reciprocate. So she married the man who once helped her.
And do remember, these stunning pieces are one time only. Every year, the installations are completely new. Since there are so many to see, here are my personal top 3 picks this year. Number 3, Plenty of Fish. I'm pretty sure it's not the official name. The scales of the fish are made of glass bottles, The colors are dreamy and unreal, with bubbles blown from the top. It makes me feel I'm walking a dream for a sec. Top 2. The peacock unveiled. This giant peacock perching on the top of the mountain extends its flamboyant tail that covers the entire hillside, and the flashy colors flow and cascade through his tail. Top 1. The mirage of the Heaven Palace. If you're watching from this afar, it's literally a palace floating in the air. Just so you understand why this section is called Mirage. What's even crazy is, unlike the real Mirage, you can actually walk into this one to see those mythical creatures from ancient tales in China. Of course, there is more than just visual feast. The park is filled with food stalls serving up local specialties. Oh, I couldn't resist picking up a bunny-shaped lantern for myself, because why not?
这个兔子灯多少钱？
这个吗？48。
我要这个兔子的呗。
啊，可以。
It just reminds. Oh. Okay. It just reminds me of my childhood time. My parents used to buy me this kind of lantern during the Spring Festival, and yeah, it still works. Ta-da! We've been inside of the park for almost 5 hours, but only have covered like 2/3 of the whole park. It is totally a visual feast, only requires a lot of footwork. In the end, I believe you will have the same conclusion as I do. Almost all the nations and cultures in the world worship light. It is the light that guides us through not only the physical darkness, but also the mental obscuration. I just wish anyone who's watching this video a very bright future.
After all the visual wonders last night, something scary and thrilling is waiting for us.
您好，我是机器人服务员，您要的物品已经到门口了，请您出来取。
Okay. I ordered my morning coffee from a coffee shop 2 kilometers away from the hotel, and here it is, delivered by a robot.
本游戏为您服务，在屏幕上点击关门键，我会自动关门。如果您喜欢的话，也可以跟我合影用。
And it's a coffee with a goofy dino on it. Is he still here? Did you see that? The robot has a dino on it too. And what does Dino say? During the daytime, I decide to introduce you Zigong as the most famous dino town in China. There are dino statues, dino-shaped hedges, a dino post office, dino ice cream, dino restaurants, dino hotels, you name it. They've dino-fied everything. So why? Like, they are eating dinos? Because Zigong is home to one of the world's richest dinosaur fossil sites. Zigong has unearthed some of the most complete and abundant dinosaur fossils in the world, making it a global paleontological treasure. So naturally, today's itinerary includes a visit to Zigong Dinosaur Museum, one of the top 3 dinosaur-themed museums worldwide. The museum sits on the top of a huge concentration of a diverse dinosaur assemblage site, and the museum claims the largest number of dinosaur fossils in the world. You can imagine it's a paradise for dino-obsessed kids, and a money pit for grown-up dino enthusiasts.
I like this one. It's a little bit cute and also a little bit bizarre, you see, with the dinosaur head here.
After spending 1 day and a half here, if Zigong is now on your travel bucket list, keep 2 things in mind. Tip 1. The Lantern Festival is seasonal. This is very important because the opening dates vary every year, so check ahead to avoid disappointment. Crowds peak during Chinese New Year, and trust me, it gets intense. Unless you're intentionally up for that level of joyful and lively chaos, avoid public holidays during Spring Festival season. Tip number 2. Bundle up. Zigong gets chilly. Remember, you'll be out for lantern at late nights. I came home the next day with a full-on cold and spent the day in bed. Well, that's pretty much for today. If you're into traveling, cross-cultural language learning, and my life in Chongqing and beyond, hit that subscribe button so Mr. Mao will see you next time.